I was going to kick that president of Brandon Loughnane, who returns to action on April 28th. Brendan, how are you?
Fantastic, my friend.
Awesome. Awesome. That's awesome here. Firstly, what's the worst someone's butchered your last name?
Ooh, Loughnane. Oh God, how long have you got? Nobody gets it right.
All right. Put it on record. What's the perfect pronunciation for it?
I'm going to be totally honest. I don't actually know. So I say Loughnane. Loughnane works for me.
All right, all right. You heard it from the man himself, man. All right. So you're 4 days out. How are you feeling?
Fantastic. Just as you see, just have a nice little ginger shot, bit of a chicken breast. We're out here. We're ready to do the job. Let's go.
Awesome, man. Awesome. All right. So, before we talk about your upcoming fight, I wanted to reflect on your 2021 season, man. Because I know how hard you fought and clawed last year. So, firstly, what did you learn from that Mobley fight?
Uh, there was a lot of factors going into that fight. Shouldn't really have been in the fight. Did it anyway. Don't regret anything. Had a great fight with Mobley. He really implemented his wrestling on me, and he's been the first fighter so far in my whole career, which is a 14-year career, that's been able to implement wrestling like that. So it was a bit of a wake-up call. Since then, I've been training with a lot of Dagestanis, a lot of Russians, a lot of great wrestlers in Thailand, and tried to fix the holes.
What were some of those factors that you shouldn't have been in that fight for?
What was the reason?
Yeah.
I broke my hand in Tyler Diamond, and my manager was like, pull out. Like, everyone was like, pull out, pull out, pull out. But I didn't want to let everyone down, so I had surgery and then fought 4 weeks later. It's pretty much unheard of. Yeah, like, shit's unheard of. Like, nobody's done that. So I did it. I rolled the dice and still come up with a split decision with the circumstances. So I'm happy with the way it went. But, obviously this year, I know how the format works. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And I'll be looking to implement my fight IQ now.
What were the emotions like after that fight? Because you've been in the game for 14 years, you were so close. What were the emotions like when you went back to the locker room after the Mobley fight?
Honestly, I was happy to go home, as weird as that was. I was like, I'd not seen my family for over a year. I'd had 3 brutal fights. I had multiple injuries, like loads of shit was going on, and I was like, just happy to get the fuck home. To be honest, like, they made it. Last year was really difficult because of COVID and 17-day bubbles and staying in America, random gyms, so much shit went on behind the scenes. But this year, I get to go home. I get to see my family. I get to fight. I get to do how I would normally do a training camp. I get to do all the normal things that I'm used to doing within my career. So I feel like that's going to take me to the next level again.
How was your off season? Did you do anything fun?
Off season doesn't exist for me, bro. I'm just 24/7. I just love this shit so much that it's not a season to me. It's a lifestyle.
Hmm. I saw for your training camp that you went out to Thailand. How was that?
Thailand, phenomenal, amazing training partners, very structured, regimented scheme out there. Got everything I needed for this camp. Trained with some world class. I was in Peter Yan's camp. We trained together a lot for this fight. I was trained with so many high level athletes. I wouldn't be able to name them all. And yeah, I feel like I've got the best of myself now. Ready?
Uh, what was the decision to go out there?
I've been Thailand. I've been going to Thailand for like 10 years now. I just
Uh-huh.
love the place so much. I feel like it's my happy place. I feel like it's where I get the best out of myself. And I thought that's the place for me for this season. And yeah, that's where I went. So I'm really happy with the work that I got there as well.
Did you do half your training camp out there, or all of it?
90%,
Okay.
95%, 90%. And then flew to Dubai, did like a week in Dubai just to meet with my coach, go over the game plan. And now we're here. United States of America, baby.
How did speaking of that, how are you liking Texas so far?
Very fucking cool. Went to the rodeo last night. Went to the Six Flags across the street today. Chilling, bro.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So Raji Kudo, did you know who he was before he was offered to you?
No, I feel like this time I've got the wild card. Like last year, I got Shaman and Diamond. Everyone knew about them. And Mob Lead, 3 very tough fights. With this guy, it's like a wild card, like 10-2, 8 knockouts, coming from Japan. Like, it was really difficult to train for someone that there's not much footage on. So we'll see.
What are your thoughts on the matchup?
Great. I love a striking match. You know, like, give me strikers all day. Let's go.
Awesome, man. So looking at this matchup, what are your thoughts on it? And at the end of the day, how are you getting your hand raised?
By any means necessary. Any means necessary. Like whatever it takes. If he wants to wrestle, I'll out wrestle him. If he wants to strike, I'll out punch him. If he wants to kick, I'll out kick him. That's pretty much it. Stay sharp. And just be me, bro. Like been in this shit a long time. I fought high level guys my whole career. Like this is just another guy with him. He's the one that's got to come to the United States. He's the one that's got to come to PFL. He's fighting the big dog. So let's see.
You feel like you have a chip on your shoulder this season?
I've always got a chip on my shoulder. Like I'm out here for this world title, bro. This is something I've been working towards my whole career, and I missed it by a whisker last year. I won't be missing it this year.
Yeah. So with that, Mobley's out of the season. Do you see yourself as the favorite?
I mean, that's open to interpretation, I suppose. But I feel like I'm definitely the one to watch out for. I mean, who puts on the mold? Nobody don't want to watch Lance Palmer or any of them guys fight. They don't. Let's be honest. People want to watch striking. They want to watch excitement. That's what they want to watch. So let's see.
I mean, you had 3 fantastic fights last season, right? So just keep rolling.
Exactly.
And then finally, man, so not looking past Kudo, but who's a matchup that you want this season?
I don't give a fuck, bro. Like whoever there's 10 guys, 9 other guys. Pick it out of a hat like you did last year, and let's go. Like everyone poses a different threat. Everyone's got their own strengths and weaknesses, but at the end of the day, they're all mixed martial artists and they're all in the tournament. We all know what we've got to do. So bring on the fun fights.
I mean, I'm just going to throw one out there. I think you versus Kyle Bochniak is a banger of a fight.
They just signed him. Shit, I didn't. Yeah, me and him would be fun. You're right.
Yeah, that's one that I'm kind of like hoping everything goes right, and we see you guys just put on a show. Awesome, awesome, Brendan. Thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. You want to plug your social media? You want to plug your sponsors? You want to thank anybody? The floor is yours.
Brendan MMA on the socials. I want to thank Montreal, Prevail, Green Life. Always been there by my side. And yeah, man, let's go. Tune in Thursday night.